What's going on, everyone? My name is Sherwin, and behind me is the Model X loaner studio. Yes, folks, it's a loaner. During this time, the Cybertruck is back in service to fix issues that were supposed to be fixed in the previous service appointment. We're back at that pattern again with just like the Model X, where we get the vehicle in worst case or worse condition than how we left it with them. Although I wouldn't say it's worse, they just didn't really fix it. But this video is not about that. This video is about this Model X. This is a 7-seater. I believe it's a 2022 blue with white interior. And there's a lot of things happening today. We got my friend Bro Eric's birthday, and then right afterwards we are going to be headed to Orange County, because my kid has a band championship. So we don't have the truck, we don't have the tow, but we're gonna do the parenting thing. But let me show you what we got going over here. So like I said, this is a 7-seater, and again, it's the same thing all over again with the experience we've had with the Model X. It's just not a big enough vehicle for us. We're not even going on a road, well, it is kind of a road trip, but just a few hours road trip, and already we are going to be we lowered or put one of the seats down because there's just not enough space. This is the trunk, and what we have in the trunk is the usual portable battery. We have our bin that I bring with me. Now this is not the usual bin that we bring because it's in the Cybertruck with the service department, but this is a different setup. We have Starlink right there. I can put the suction cup kit in the video description, but the cable that I'm using is from Jowa, which plugs into the 12 volt, because the Model X, for the price that you're paying, does not have an outlet. And so it's powering off the 12 volt. We don't have the spring update yet, so it doesn't have the keep on, keep on energy, or leave that outlet on, or leave the 12 volt on. We don't have that yet, but it is on an upcoming software update. But at this point, currently we don't have that. But yeah, we have my backpack and my camera bag, but we're gonna be getting some food later. We have our cup of noodles and our water kettle, electric kettle. That's why we have the Solix, because we don't have outlets. So in the front, we have more goodies, more snacks for the kids, because they're going to be there competing and they're going to be hungry later on. This space is for some Cane's chicken, which we're going to be picking up shortly. But yeah, so blue exterior with white interior, 7-seater. Let me show you what happens. This is one of the issues I've never seen before. But yeah, this is an automatic self-presenting door if you enable it, but when you push the button, it's supposed to open slightly, right? Well, it doesn't. So if you do open it, I'm just gonna leave it like this. All right, you ready? Self-closing. It just closes. It just doesn't, it doesn't stay put. It just closes on its own. That's why it doesn't like open, because it always wants to close. Oh man, see? So you can't tell me I have bad luck with cars. I don't own this car, and yet it already has this weird thing going on. See, I'm not doing anything. So you have to be very careful going in here, because it's just going to close. It's always closing. Self-closing in the worst way, because it's always going to be closing. Now this does have the yoke steering wheel. This is a brand new steering wheel, even though it's a 2022. How do I know? Well, for one, this feels a little bit different. So I'm pretty sure that the original yoke steering wheel started peeling. Also, this has the camera button. This was introduced more recently than in 2022 when this vehicle originally was built. So this is not the original steering wheel because this camera button was never there. So this is a brand new steering wheel. So that at least this loaner has a good steering wheel, unlike the previous two Model X's loaner. It was peeling. But yeah, so this is the white interior. It's fairly unclean. I'm not gonna say filthy, but you know. But that's the usual conditions that loaners from Tesla. So we are gonna be headed to Orange County. We're gonna go pick up some food for the kids, and then we're gonna head over to the school and start our journey. I'm gonna be tracking the trip data, so at the end of this video I will share that with you. This is a long range hardware 3, so it's not running the latest FSD. It does have the latest software version, but the FSD is still V12 because of hardware 3. So one cool thing about this car, no issues with the Falcon doors. So this is a 7-seater with the second row as a bench seat. So 3 people could sit here and 2 people could sit in the back. This is very similar, if not the same, as our 6-seater. The only difference is this middle seat. In our 6-seater, the middle seat isn't there, and these are captain chairs, one on the left and one on the right. But I don't know if you could see in this camera, but the seats are very dirty. But the carpet, I'll tell you this, the carpet is clean. So all right, we are here in Huntington Beach, Orange County, and here is the trip data so far. We have driven 64.7 miles, 17.4 kilowatt hours used, and 268.9 watt hour per mile. Wow, I miss seeing that number since getting the Cybertruck. Not a bad watt hour per mile. That's actually fairly excellent. That's very good for a Model X. Maybe that 85 mile per hour cap on loaners is a good thing. But yeah, we have my kid and 3 of his bandmates, so we were pretty full on this trip. We do have 1 seat down. Now we do have room down here if we needed that additional seat, but we could have put stuff under here. But yeah, the Starlink is holding up well. I got camp mode on, and this is a great setup. I just wish Model X came with outlets. But enough of that rant. I do miss the Model X, the way it drives and everything. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I miss driving it. I just don't miss the issues. But I do miss the comfort. I miss the suspension. I miss the seats. The Cybertruck isn't too bad, being that it's a truck, but it's no Model X. The comfort is on a different level. Cabin noise also. But yeah. So I was supposed to tow today, but I guess I didn't need to. I was gonna bring the Rivian. This is about 6 or 8 miles difference in distance than the Cybertruck towing video. So it's a fairly similar distance. I mean, the route is a little different, but I wanted to just see the numbers between the 2 trucks, but didn't need to tow. All right, so this is Edison High School. This is where they are going to be competing tonight. They are running, I think, 30 minutes behind, so we're extra early. I don't know if the truck has arrived. We did pass the truck up, the Tundra. That's towing. We did pass them up on the way here, so, but hopefully the parking clears up because we have the food. After the kids compete, we're going to be feeding them, and it's gonna be a pretty far distance to go to the car, and we have the battery to power our electric kettle, so we need to park a little bit closer. After the kids performed, we headed back to the parking lot to set up dinner. I fired up the electric kettle with the Anker Solix to make some hot cup of noodles. Perfect for the chilly weather. We had Raisin Canes and snacks ready too. Then the drizzle started. Some kids grabbed umbrellas, others ate inside nearby cars. I wasn't as prepared as I wanted to be. No trash bags, no lights, no pop-up tents. Most of the gear was still in the Cybertruck. But hey, the kids were fed, warm, and ready for the awards. I'll call that a win. All right, it is the following morning. We got home like past 1 a.m. last night. So the competition, how did it go? They won 10th place, and actually it sounds better than it seems because they recently moved up like division or group, or I don't know what it's called. Sorry, I don't really pay too much attention. But yeah, out of 14 like groups in their division or group, they placed 10th, so it's not bad considering that they also moved up, and they had to change some of the routine a little bit. So good job, you guys, good job. Proud of you all. That was the last competition for this season. So let's go over the trip data. And so we traveled 127.6 miles, 41.2 kilowatt hours used, and 322.8 watt hour per mile. 322 is pretty good. We averaged, the Plaid I think averaged in like the 352-ish, something like that. And then the long range was slightly better, I think. I don't even remember, but 322 is pretty good considering the size and the weight. A lot better than the Cybertruck, but you know, Cybertruck is just a different class of vehicle. It is a truck and it's much heavier. It was great to be able to take the Model X at a longer trip, a little over 100 miles. I remember how it felt driving it. Feels great. There's just some things that I do not miss, such as just the issues. This one had weird issues. It doesn't have enough room for how we use it. So yes, I could have used the sub trunk, but I just couldn't bring my usual storage bin. And because I couldn't bring it, like I'm just out of whack, I'm out of sync when there's change. So there was plenty of things that I didn't bring or I forgot to bring. So when we were setting up to feed the kids, like we had no trash bag, we had forgotten like certain utensils, like it was, lights too. I forgot to bring lights. Man, good thing I didn't really have to set up any props or anything, because I didn't bring any tools, I didn't bring any gloves, because everything is just, I don't know. I'm somewhat organized, and so when little change happens, it throws me so off. And so you're probably wondering, well, why didn't you bring the Rivian, the one you're sitting on? Good question. Well, here's the thing. I know we were traveling in a far distance, and so the Model X loaner has free supercharging. Yes, the Rivian has Rivian Adventure Network free charging as well, but it is a lease and I didn't want to put all those miles on the truck. But aside from that, it was raining, and this truck doesn't have tonneau cover. You know, the stuff that would have put on the bed would have gotten wet anyway, and it started to rain when we were feeding the kids, and like we have no easy up, nothing. I just wanted to share with you all an experience road tripping, a short road trip with the Model X loaner. I do miss it, but I don't miss the issues. I wish Tesla would focus more on the Model X, and hopefully the next refresh will bring so much more improvement, because there is so much more improvements that need to happen on that vehicle. I mean, the performance and the comfort's already there, but everything else, like, man, the quality, maybe increase the size, you know, make it bigger. Don't slope the back so much, so aggressive, so that you can add some additional space. If anything, the 5-seater is the best spec, like the best seat configuration for the Model X. Maybe the 7-seater, considering that you can fold that third row and gain that additional space when you don't need that third row. But that third row isn't really a spacious third row, especially when it's up. There's hardly any room in the trunk, and so we were pretty packed. I mean, six occupants when we went. But yeah, that's it for this video. Let me know what you think. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, please like. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, and I will see you on the next one.